Here I go. Oh, excuse me. I didn't see you there. Um, this is the Low Budget Review Show. I'm Eric Smith, and these earbuds aren't actually attached to anything. I'm here to talk about Deadpool, the new movie, the new Marvel movie that's not from Marvel Studios. It's from 20th Century Fox because Fox owns all the mutants. Um, so I just got back from seeing the movie. And before I get into my review, I just want to say, in the interest of full disclosure, I have been a Deadpool fan for many, many, many years. And I find that when someone is a fan of source material that's been made into a movie, they react in a few different ways. Mainly, one, they either cut the movie a lot of slack because they're such a fan. They'll overlook any blemishes, any problems. They're just excited to see what they love up on the big screen, and so they overlook any problems that the film might have. And then on the other hand, you've got the people that are overly critical because it's not exactly like the material. It's not exactly the way they want it to be. I try to be unbiased about this. Of course, I want to enjoy the movie. I want to enjoy any movie that I go to see, any TV show I watch, any book I read, anything. Why would I watch or read something that I don't think I'm going to enjoy? I want to enjoy it. So I try to be open-minded, even though huge fan, obviously, of Deadpool. I didn't wear any of this to the movie, by the way. Huge fan, but I try to go in and look at it from an outsider's perspective, at least when it comes to reviewing. So that being said, this movie's freaking awesome. First of all, I went in, I saw it in IMAX. I got this special little first showing experience IMAX card thingy that they gave me. And I wanted to really just immerse myself, so I got myself some popcorn. I got a free small popcorn thanks to my Regal Crown Club card. Regal Crown Club. Don't go to the movies without it. Anyway, so I got some popcorn. I got a cherry icy, and I got a nice seat, dead center of the screen. Sat back and just let the Deadpool flow over me, and I thought it was great. So for those of you who don't know, Deadpool is Wade Wilson. Wade is, and I'm talking about the movie now, so forget anything if you know the comic books in the movie. Wade is an ex-military man, special forces, who is now kind of a mercenary with a heart of gold. And he meets a woman named Vanessa, and they fall in love because this is a love story. They fall in love, and then he's diagnosed with terminal cancer. It's also kind of a downer movie in some parts. So this mysterious stranger comes to him and says that not only can they cure his cancer, they can make him a superhero. He eventually agrees. The offer turns out not to be quite what he was led to believe. He's tortured until his mutant healing ability comes out, and he goes insane. And then it becomes revenge, comic book movie, crazy, funny, dark, love story, amazing film. Excuse me. So Ryan Reynolds, of course, plays Wade Wilson / Deadpool. Morena Baccarin is his love interest, Vanessa. T.J. Miller plays his pal Weasel. And there's a bunch of other people in it. You've got Ajax as his nemesis. Colossus, the Russian metal mutant from the X-Men comics and movies. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who is really fun. So all sorts of other characters. I don't remember everybody that's in it off the top of my head. But so from the very first moment of the movie, you're going to get an idea of the tone that they're setting. You have to read the opening credits. I'm not going to tell you what they say, but they set the tone. um, and this is it is a love story, and it is incredibly funny, and it does get pretty dark in some spots, but uh, there's a good balancing act. It works. It all works together. Um, Now, in the comic books, Deadpool is insane, and he breaks the fourth wall. If there's anybody out there who doesn't know what that means, breaking the fourth wall is when a character speaks to the audience. Deadpool does it in the comic, and he does it in the movie. He acknowledges that this is a movie. Um, and he will talk to the audience, uh, and the other characters have no idea what he's doing. There's all sorts of meta humor in here, just references to things outside the movie, inside jokes kinds of things. I mean, if you saw the trailer, and I will have a trailer up here somewhere. If I can find the original Red Band trailer, the very first one, that's the one I'm going to put up. But if not, there's plenty of stuff. But I will have a trailer up there. And so, um, in the first trailer, and hopefully you've seen these, otherwise, there's going to be a tiniest of spoilers if you haven't seen any trailers or anything. But Ryan Reynolds, who played Green Lantern in another superhero movie, uh, in the when he's told he's going to be made into a superhero, he says, "Just don't make the super suit green or animated." Obviously, a reference to Ryan Reynolds having played Green Lantern, and that kind of meta humor is sprinkled throughout the whole movie. Um, I happen to love that kind of stuff, and that's the only uh, joke I'm going to give away. And again, I only did that because it's in the trailers. So, yeah, Ryan Reynolds, perfect casting for this part. And apparently, he's been trying to get this movie made for 10 years or so. Um, but I'm a fan of Van Wilder. I loved him on Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, which later became just Two Guys and a Girl. Uh, I always like Just Friends, another one. But he's got that smarmy, in a fun way, smart alecky tone in a lot of stuff he does, and that's perfect for Deadpool, and it really comes through. Uh, Morena Baccarin of Firefly fame and Homeland V. Now she's on Gotham. I'm not sure if she's still on Gotham. She was on Gotham. Anyway, she does a great job. She gets down and dirty with the boys. She's a strong female character. Uh, she just does a fantastic job. I always like her. TJ Miller, funny guy. Everybody else, I mean, they all do, I think, a great job. The guy that plays Ajax, Blind Al, the little bit that she's in it. All the other people. Uh, Now, this is an R-rated movie. There is lots of violence and sex and nudity and strong language. So much strong language. Excuse me, I'm getting a little dried out here, so you're going to have to watch me take a little drink. Product placement. Um, so, yeah, definitely R-rated. I don't know where this whole thing came from, where apparently there are people asking for a PG version of this movie so they can take their kids to see it. You know what? Get over it. It's Deadpool. It's rated R. That's the way it is. And it definitely deserves the R rating. And, this isn't the first rated R movie based on a comic book. The Crow, Punisher, Kick-Ass, Kingsman, Blade, all rated R movies based on comic books. Just because Deadpool happens to hang out with the X-Men and he's been in the Spider-Man cartoon, that doesn't mean you have to tone down the Deadpool movie. Um, and I'm glad they didn't. Yeah, I'm like a little kid who likes the occasional fart joke and bad language and everything, but it works for the character. Um, so I, I hate spoilers, so I sometimes find it difficult to talk about the movie because I don't want to spoil anything. I gave you the basic plot, and I don't know what else you want to know. um, the performances are great, the music really entertaining, and again, because uh, Deadpool is that character that breaks the fourth wall and knows he's in a movie and actually talks about it, a lot of the musical choices and the things they do with music really work. Um, and there's some funny stuff that they do with the music. Uh, Such a funny movie. Just a lot of laughing out loud in the theater. A lot of hoots and hollers. I think everybody had a good time. I know I certainly did with my popcorn and my icy. And um, I'm really glad. I almost didn't go because we had a lot of snow today and the roads looked pretty bad. But it was Deadpool. And I don't get out to the movies as often as I would like. So I really wanted to do this, see the first showing. So there you have it. I feel like I'm forgetting things, but um, that's what happens when you just rush home and record the video without any pre-planning, except for the little bit that I did with the headphones. um, but anyway, so I'll have a trailer link up there somewhere. Um, if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. Comments will be open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. If you say anything spoilery in the comments without a spoiler warning, I'm just going to delete your comment. So why bother? Oh, and that does bring up one thing. Uh, there are a lot of references, a lot of things, little Easter eggs and things in this movie. And there's something at the end in the big uh, action sequence at the end. I have a question about something, about where it takes place. Um, so if you've seen the movie, or if you watch this review and then go and see the movie and then come back, please, I'd like to talk about it in the comments below just to see if it is what I think it is. There will be spoiler warnings as far as I'm concerned because there's just something there, I think. And I want to know if other people think the same thing. Oh, and I think I mentioned that the opening credits are hilarious. So you have to watch, you got to read the opening credits, and you got to stay through the end credits. The very beginning of the end credits have a really funny, vulgar little animated sequence as the first bits of credits come up. And then, but you have to stay until the very, very end because there is something at the end. I mean, you don't have to. You could just leave, but you want to see what's at the end, don't you? So yeah, okay. Um, Comments, questions, corrections in the comments below. Spoiler warnings. Please like, share, and subscribe. Seriously, if you have any questions, because I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm just still kind of hyped up from the movie experience, and I'm sure there's something I'm not mentioning. But that's it. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.